Yeah, well, who knows? I might see you again at that pub, eh?
You wouldn't be trying to get rid of me, would you?
No, of course not. Working girl's got to keep her hours, hasn't she? Besides, you've tired me out.
I've never had any complaints. Listen, if you're interested, I've got a mate. Pays very well for services rendered.
Yeah, why not?
Well, I'll send him around later, okay?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Oh, don't expect anything great. Can't be lucky all the time. See ya.
Lucky.
Well, of course, I understand your problems. But if it's at all possible, the department would like to avoid the strike.
We do appreciate that, Mr. Douglas, but it's impossible unless our demands are met.
That's right. We all agreed. Trying to be lenient with these animals was a bad idea. I've said so since the beginning, but Mrs. Davidson was adamant.
Well, I'm afraid the department isn't in full agreement with you.
But you said...
No, I'm sorry, Miss Bennett. Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. If Mrs. Davidson's plans had worked, I believe it would have been for the good of the prison.
Look at the trouble they've caused.
Well, of course, but that's not because of the schemes, but because of the prisoner's blatant abuse of the department's good intentions. Well, anyway, as you know, the schemes have now been cancelled.
Do we get our extra staff?
Well, I'm afraid I can't guarantee that immediately.
Well, then I'm
Now, wait a
sorry.
minute. Hear me out. I have an interim proposition. Now, if I get some officers from Pentridge to stay here temporarily, and then do my utmost to add to the permanent staff as soon as I can, would that be satisfactory?
Perfectly. Look, we're only striking for the good of the members. The extra staff will lighten the workload and it will give us the extra protection we need in the meantime.
Good. Now, as to the attitude of the women, there's usually a top dog who more or less controls them. Perhaps we could control her.
Yes, well, I might have a suggestion that'll solve that little problem.
Good, let's hear it.
Oh, Mrs. Morris,
Hi,
come
Chrissy.
in. Coffee?
Oh, no, thanks. Look, I can't stay for long. I've been trying to phone you all day.
Oh, yeah, well, I've been out job hunting.
Oh, any luck?
No, I can't even get a job as a waitress without a reference. And I don't think Wentworth's a very good recommendation, do you?
Oh, well, never mind. You haven't been out for long. Still, something will turn up.
Yeah.
Well, I've got some good news for you that might cheer you up. I've heard from your brother, Derek. He and his wife want you and Elizabeth to go and live with them.
I know. I saw him this afternoon. He was at the home when I popped in to see Elizabeth.
Well, he must really care about you. It must have taken him quite some time to find the right place. I mean, I wasn't going to give him any information without talking to you first.
Well, he can just forget it, can't he? Because there's no way I'm going to live with him.
Why not, Chrissy? Would look very good to the board. He really does seem to care about you.
Oh, well, good for him. Look, Mrs. Morris, he had plenty of time to be concerned about me in the past when we were living at home. I told you about my father, didn't I? When I got old enough to let someone listen to me, I went to the cops. I told them what he did. He could have been stopped. All I needed was someone to back me up. But oh no.
You mean Derek?
Yeah, my loving brother.
That was years ago, Chrissy. Isn't it time to let the past die?
You think I can ever forget that? Derek, he wants to pretend that it never happened, just to put his own mind at rest. You want to know who he's got living there? My drunken slob of a father. And Derek wants me to go and live there with him? Oh, yeah, let the past die, all right. The only thing I want to see die is my old man. Oh, I'll get by. I always have done. Things will be all right.
Well, it's your decision. I know you need money pretty badly, Chrissy. But don't let it force you back into prostitution again.
No, Mrs. Morris, I've told you I'm going to get a straight job.
Good. Because if you do go back on the job, you'll lose every chance you ever had of getting custody. To say nothing of your parole.
I know.
Bye.
Ta-da.
All right, Smith, up. Move! What? You've been causing a bit too much trouble. We're sending you on a nice holiday to the country, to Barnhurst.
It's not me, Jude. It's me.
What's the matter with her?
They bloody well Shanghai her. She's gone, Jude. Please.
Hey, Lizzie. The word's out now. We've all decided we're not coming out till Bee's back. Can you manage to drag some stuff in front of your cell door?
Lizzie? Lizzie, we know you can hear us. We've all barricaded ourselves in. Now, are you going to stick with us or not? What difference does it make? I knew something bad was going to happen. I tried to tell her, but she wouldn't listen. And now they've gone and taken away my best mate.
All right, Birdsworth, get to the showers. Bryant!
Can't get the door open.
You in there! What do you think you're doing?
Oh, you're getting big butch vinegar tits to help you, are you, pal?
You watch your language, Burns, or you'll be in more trouble.
Well, you'd have to get to me first, Miss Bennett, and I think you might have a little trouble doing that.
Oh, Dor, please don't cause any more trouble, love.
What are you up to, Burns?
Well, we've just fixed it so you can't get at us, that's all.
That's right. We're not coming out till Bee's back.
Don't be ridiculous, Bryant.
There's nothing ridiculous about it. We've barricaded ourselves in here, and we're not coming out again until we can hear Bee's voice.
Yeah, and they're not the only ones. I think you'll have a little trouble with all the cells. Maybe this will teach you that you can't just go dragging one of us off in the middle of the night.
Who's that? Kent. Looks like she's in on it, too.
Yeah, we're all in on it. We just show you can't push us around. And you get Bee back.
Go on. Well, we'll see about that. I'm going to report this to the governor immediately.
Oh, the governor? Gee, I'm scared.
Yeah, you do that. You get the governor. It's about time Mrs. Davidson listened to reason.
Morning, Derek. Sorry to keep you waiting.
That's right. There's plenty to read.
Right, come on in. I'll get us a cup of coffee. Actually, you look as though you could do with one.
Yeah, I certainly could.
Is there anything wrong?
Oh, my father. Had to take him to hospital in the middle of the night. I think he's dying.
I am sorry.
It's all right. Don't waste your sympathy. I don't want to sound hard, but I haven't felt anything for him for years.
But he's been living with you, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, he had no one else. I couldn't exactly throw him out in the street, could I?
Has he been sick long?
You could put it that way. He'd have been all right if he stayed off the grog. As it is, I suppose he's just been killing himself, hasn't he? Anyway, look, I thought Chrissy should know, and I want to tell her myself, if that's all right.
Well, I don't think she'll see him, even though he is dying. I told her about your offer yesterday. She still seems very bitter.
Oh, no, look, I didn't mean that. You didn't understand. What I meant was that, well, now with the old man out of the way, I don't see any reason why Chrissy should turn down the chance of coming to live with us. I wanted to tell her straight away because, well, I mean, the case is soon, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it is. And I must say I was a bit worried about her yesterday. Oh, it's probably nothing, but she seemed very depressed about her chances of getting a job.
Hey, you don't think she'll go back on the game again, do you?